Before we start the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Passing by the store, the man froze to the spot when he saw a homeless woman who looked like his wife who had tragically passed away 5 years ago. His heart raced with a mixture of hope and apprehension as he contemplated approaching her. The woman had the same ethereal beauty, with piercing blue eyes and a smile that had once melted his heart. Her tattered clothes and weathered appearance only made the resemblance more uncanny. Taking a deep breath, the man gathered his courage and approached the woman cautiously. As he came closer, he noticed the deep lines etched on her face, evidence of a life marked by hardship and struggle. His voice trembled with emotion as he spoke. "Excuse me, ma'am? I apologize for intruding, but you bear a striking resemblance to someone I once knew." The woman's eyes widened with surprise, her gaze locking onto his face. "Who?" she whispered, her voice barely audible amidst the bustling city noise. "My wife," he replied, his voice choked with emotion. "She passed away 5 years ago, and you look so much like her." Tears welled up in the woman's eyes, and she reached out a trembling hand toward him. "It's me," she said, her voice quivering with a mix of sorrow and hope. "I'm Sarah." The man's heart skipped a beat. Sarah was indeed his wife's name. He had spent countless nights since her death dreaming of moments like these, wishing for her return. But reality crashed over him like a wave. How could this homeless woman be his beloved wife? Still, he couldn't shake off the feeling that there was something more to this encounter. Despite the doubts swirling in his mind, he took Sarah's hand and led her to a nearby cafe, desperate to learn the truth. Over a cup of coffee, they exchanged stories, reminiscing about the life they had once shared. Sarah spoke of the hardships that had befallen her after his wife's passing. Grief had consumed her, sending her spiraling into a deep depression. She lost her job, her friends, and eventually her home. The world had turned its back on her, and she had become another face lost among the countless homeless individuals struggling to survive. As they talked, memories flooded back to the man. The little quirks that were uniquely Sarah's, the shared laughter, and the intimate moments they had cherished together. The connection between them grew stronger with every passing minute. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The man couldn't bear to see Sarah living on the streets any longer. Against all odds, he offered her a place to stay, determined to help her rebuild her life. Together, they sought out assistance programs, counseling, and support networks that could offer Sarah a fresh start. Over time, Sarah's spirits lifted, and her true self began to shine through the layers of despair. The man witnessed the miraculous transformation firsthand as Sarah slowly pieced her life back together. They rediscovered the love they had once shared, stronger than ever before. And so, against all expectations, the man's encounter with the homeless woman who resembled his deceased wife led to an unexpected reunion and a love story that defied the boundaries of life and death. Fate had brought them together once more. Their love story became an inspiration to those around them. People marveled at their unwavering commitment and the resilience they displayed in the face of adversity. The man and Sarah became advocates for the homeless, using their own experiences to shed light on the struggles faced by those marginalized in society. Together, they established a foundation dedicated to providing shelter, resources, and support to those experiencing homelessness. They collaborated with local organizations, politicians, and community members to create lasting change. Their efforts not only helped individuals find their way off the streets, but also raised awareness about the systemic issues that perpetuated homelessness. As the foundation grew, their love and compassion touched the lives of countless people. The once homeless woman, who had been a mere shadow of herself, had now become a symbol of hope and resilience. Sarah's story resonated with others, reminding them that no matter how dire the circumstances, there was always a glimmer of hope. Years passed, and the man and Sarah continued their mission, expanding their foundation's reach across the country. They received recognition and accolades for their outstanding work, but their greatest reward was the lives they had touched and the love they had shared. One fateful evening, as they stood together on a stage, addressing a crowd of supporters, the man felt a sudden pang in his chest. The room blurred before his eyes, and he collapsed into Sarah's arms. Panic filled the air as paramedics rushed to his side, but it was too late. The man had succumbed to a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy of love and compassion. In the wake of his passing, Sarah mourned the loss of her beloved once again, yet she found solace in knowing that their love had made a profound difference in the lives of so many. She carried on their work, honoring his memory and continuing the fight against homelessness. Years later, on a quiet evening, Sarah sat alone in the foundation's office. A knock at the door startled her from her thoughts. She opened it to find a young woman, tears streaming down her face. The woman looked at Sarah with a mix of hope and desperation. "I don't know where else to turn," she whispered. "I've lost everything and I have nowhere to go." As Sarah listened to the woman's story, she felt an inexplicable connection, a spark of recognition. It was as if the universe had brought them together, just as it had brought her and the man all those years ago. With a compassionate smile, Sarah extended her hand and said, "Come inside. You're not alone. We're here to help." And in that moment, the cycle of love, compassion, and resilience began anew, proving that even in the face of loss, the power of a single encounter could transform lives and create a ripple effect of change that transcends time itself. The young woman, overwhelmed with gratitude, stepped inside the office. Sarah made her comfortable, offering a warm cup of tea and a listening ear. As they talked, Sarah couldn't help but notice the similarities between the woman's story and her own past. It was as if their paths had crossed for a reason, a chance to pay forward the kindness and support that had been shown to her. Inspired by the man's unwavering belief in the potential for change, Sarah worked tirelessly to provide the young woman with the resources and guidance she needed to regain her footing. She connected her with temporary housing, job training programs, and mental health support. As time went on, the young woman's life gradually transformed. She found stable employment and regained her independence. In turn, she too became passionate about helping others who had experienced homelessness. Together, Sarah and the young woman expanded the foundation's reach, empowering more individuals to break free from the cycle of homelessness. Sarah's journey took on a new purpose. As she embraced her role as a mentor and advocate, she shared her story, not only to raise awareness but also to inspire others who had lost hope. Her resilience became a beacon of light, guiding those who had stumbled in the darkness back towards a path of self-discovery and empowerment. Years passed, and the foundation continued to grow, touching the lives of countless individuals. Sarah's commitment never wavered, even as the weight of the memories of her beloved weighed heavy on her heart. She knew that the man would be proud of the work they were doing, and that thought brought her comfort. One evening, as Sarah stood before a crowd, sharing her story, a familiar face appeared in the back of the room. It was a young man, his eyes filled with a mixture of hope and recognition. He made his way through the crowd, and as Sarah locked eyes with him, her heart skipped a beat. "Sarah," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "It's me, James, your son." Tears streamed down Sarah's face as she embraced her long-lost son. She had never given up hope of finding him, but life had taken them on separate paths after the man's passing. James explained how he had stumbled across one of Sarah's speeches and had recognized her unmistakable spirit and determination. In that moment, he knew he had found his way back home. The reunion was bittersweet as they reminisced about the man who had brought them together. Yet, in the midst of their shared grief, they found solace in each other's presence. James joined his mother and became an integral part of the foundation, adding his unique perspective and passion to their collective efforts. Together, they carried forward the man's legacy, creating a movement that transcended the boundaries of time and space. They continued to change lives, one person at a time, driven by the belief that everyone deserved a second chance and that love could conquer even the darkest of times. And so the unexpected ending to their story was not an ending at all, but a new beginning, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of love, echoing through the lives they touched and the world they transformed. As the years passed, the foundation's impact continued to grow exponentially. Sarah and James worked tirelessly to expand their reach, establishing partnerships with local businesses, government agencies, and community organizations. Their shared vision of a world without homelessness fueled their determination to create sustainable solutions and eradicate the systemic issues that perpetuated the cycle of poverty. Their foundation became a model for other cities and countries, inspiring similar initiatives to combat homelessness with compassion and innovation. Sarah's unwavering dedication, coupled with James' strategic acumen, led to groundbreaking programs that provided comprehensive support, from housing and employment assistance to mental health services and educational opportunities. The impact of their work resonated far beyond the realm of homelessness. It sparked a global conversation about the importance of empathy, social responsibility, and the power of human connection. People from all walks of life were inspired to engage in acts of kindness, volunteer their time, and contribute to the collective well-being of society. As the foundation flourished, Sarah and James remained humble, always prioritizing the individuals they served. They spent their days meeting with beneficiaries, listening to their stories, and celebrating their successes. Each life transformed became a testament to the enduring legacy of the man who had ignited their journey. Amidst their tireless efforts, Sarah and James never forgot the love they shared with the man who had brought them together. They often found solace in their memories and continued to honor his spirit through their work. His absence served as a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the urgency to make a positive impact while there was still time. On the anniversary of the man's passing, Sarah and James gathered with the foundation's staff, volunteers, and beneficiaries to commemorate his life and legacy. They shared stories, laughter, and tears, grateful for the gift of his presence in their lives, however brief it may have been. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the gathering, Sarah stood before the crowd, her voice filled with gratitude and determination. "Our journey began with an unexpected encounter, and it continues to unfold with purpose and love," she said, her voice resonating with unwavering conviction. "Together, we have shown that compassion knows no bounds, and that every individual has the power to create change. Let us carry the torch of hope, resilience, and unwavering love, for there is still much work to be done." The crowd erupted in applause, hearts filled with hope and a renewed commitment to making a difference. The man's legacy had become a catalyst for transforming lives and reshaping communities. Sarah and James knew that their shared journey, born from loss and fueled by love, would forever be an enduring testament to the power of the human spirit and the remarkable capacity for change. And as they stood side by side, Sarah and James were reminded that life's most extraordinary stories often emerge from the unexpected encounters, the moments that challenge us to embrace the unknown and find strength in the face of adversity. They held onto that truth, knowing that their story was just one chapter in the ever-unfolding narrative of humanity's potential for compassion, resilience, and love. Years turned into decades, and Sarah and James continued their mission with unwavering dedication. Their foundation became an institution, an enduring symbol of hope, and a catalyst for social change. They inspired a new generation of activists who joined them in their fight against homelessness and injustice. As time went on, their impact reached even the highest echelons of society. Governments took notice of their innovative programs and began implementing their strategies on a larger scale. Policies were reformed, affordable housing initiatives were launched, and mental health resources were expanded. The tides were shifting, and the world started to recognize that homelessness was not an insurmountable problem, but a societal issue that demanded collective action. Sarah and James, now in their twilight years, witnessed the fruits of their labor. The streets were no longer lined with the destitute and forgotten. Shelters were transformed into safe havens where individuals received the support they needed to rebuild their lives. The cycle of poverty was being broken, and the stigmas associated with homelessness were slowly dissipating. In recognition of their lifelong commitment to social justice, Sarah and James were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. The prestigious honor brought global attention to their cause and provided an even larger platform for their advocacy. They used this newfound recognition to champion the rights of the marginalized, urging nations to prioritize social welfare and human dignity. As their journey neared its end, Sarah and James took solace in the knowledge that their legacy would endure. They had created an organization that would continue to fight for justice, even after they were gone. They had inspired countless individuals to believe in the power of compassion, empathy, and unity. In the final years of their lives, Sarah and James found solace in each other's arms. They reflected on their extraordinary journey, grateful for the love they had shared and the impact they had made. Surrounded by their loved ones and the community they had built, they passed away peacefully, their spirits forever intertwined. The foundation they had established continued its work, with a new generation of leaders at its helm. The fight against homelessness became ingrained in society's collective consciousness, a testament to the enduring power of love and the indomitable spirit of human beings. And so the unexpected encounter of the man passing by the store led to a story of remarkable resilience, unwavering compassion, and enduring love. It left an indelible mark on the world, reminding us all that every life has value, every encounter has the potential to change lives, and that through our collective efforts, we can create a future where no one is left behind.